Hi, this is Steve with DECWARE. Today I would like to talk about the weakest link situation with your audio gear. Each piece in your system is like a link in a chain. The strength of the chain can be equated to the fidelity of your system. So then the question becomes, what is the strength of the chain determined by? And the answer is the weakest link. So a chain is never stronger than its weakest link. The chain could have a collection of links, some rhodium plated, some gold plated, some stainless steel, and those are just the good ones. Of course, it's that one link you neglected to upgrade that caused the chain to break. As this applies to hi-fi, the highest potential fidelity your system can reach is determined by the weakest link. Your system can never sound better than the weakest link. The hard part of this situation is determining which link in the chain is actually the weakest. This is where we all fail at the game. One of the biggest reasons we fail is by ignoring 1/3 to 1/2 of the chain and pretending it doesn't exist, and then overspending on the remaining portion of the chain that is convenient or more fun to upgrade. This happens by not understanding what all of the components in your stereo system are. Of course, it is every connector, cable, component, tube, etc., but it is also the specific speaker position and listening chair location as well as the room itself. We estimate the room itself can be up to 50% of the chain. Everyone is in complete denial about this, pretending that it is only 5%. This is why they fail at the game. The only way to win the game is to understand the entirety of the chain and to follow this simple rule. Always and only spend money on the weakest link so that you can get the maximum return on investment. I can't tell you how many times I have had to watch someone handicap the shit out of reference level gear without realizing it. But here's the good news. Say, for example, someone purchased a new component, but it wasn't the weakest link in the chain. You're not going to hear what the component is capable of until you eliminate the handicaps. In this example, we can say that the handicap was something simple, an RCA cable perhaps, and after a year or two, for whatever reason, the RCA cable gets upgraded and is no longer the weakest link in the chain. This is always a serious holy shit moment because you hear your entire chain of components for the first time. Your entire music library is also fresh and new because you are hearing things that weren't there before due to being masked or altered by the weakest link. Now, before you get too happy, let's not forget that as you find and eliminate the weak links in the chain, the game gets harder. This is because every time you eliminate one weak link, one or two other links take over the title and the improvements get more subtle. I've been playing the game rather well for a good 40 years, and I am still playing the game. For me, the game gets multi-level because the chain also includes every resistor, capacitor, and wire inside the components which I make. Don't worry, there is no danger of actually winning the game, and no one ever has won the game. Some are just better at it than others, and some are just finding out there is a game. So, in summary, a $200 rug hung on your wall with the correct air spacing behind it could make a bigger difference than spending $1,000 on component upgrades.